speaking of Jackie Robinson, you sent over a fantastic bill. You sent over a fantastic clip. I think you guys are going to love this. Can you set the scene for us now? Your dad was Jackie Robinson's bat boy. But when was this, and how did that? You know how that came to be? What has he told you?
I'll give you a little background.
Yeah.
Living in Connecticut, my grandfather, starting in the mid-30s, would come down to this area to paint houses in the winter because you can't paint in the cold weather in Connecticut.
No.
Winter of 45, he brought my dad and my dad's brother down here with him. Living in Connecticut, the Brooklyn Dodgers were their favorite team. So before going back, they decided to go to City Island Ballpark and see a game. Now, because of the potential racial unrest with Jackie Robinson playing, the teams didn't bring their bat boys. So when my grandfather brought my dad and his brother into the stadium, they were spotted and asked if they wanted to be bat boys that day. And they also were bat boys the following day when the Dodgers played the Giants.
Okay.
And my grandfather,
and for the record,
carried the camera with him, and that's how we got the 16 millimeter film, which is now the oldest known film footage of Jackie Robinson in integrated baseball.
Okay, and for folks, City Island Park is now Jackie Robinson Baseball Park. They actually renamed it after Jackie Robinson, but back in the day, it was called City Island. And just give me 1 second here, guys. I got some really cool clip to show you here as well. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to share the screen because I got something. I was just searching for it while we were talking that Bill is going to love, and you guys are going to think this is pretty neat too. So let's share the screen here and bring this up. Let's go over to Facebook. Let's see if I can do this. I'm not Mr. Techie. Here is Bill throwing out the first pitch at Jackie Robinson Ballpark. And that's your dad?
That's my dad. I'm throwing it out for him.
Okay. Oh, you threw it out for him?
Because he's being honored.
Look at his form.
Jackie Robinson Day.
Yes. Yeah, it was April 16th of 2025. So just a year and a week ago. And here you are. There you are tossing it. You look great. Look at that form.
Look at that belly.
That's awesome. Great job, man. All right, I love it. Okay, let's bring up your video. I want to show everybody to see this, and if you could kind of like walk us through it, like what exactly is happening. I'll like freeze frame it here and there along the way. So we got 32 seconds of Jackie Robinson and your dad. What?
Charles, let me give you the history of Jackie Robinson playing in Daytona Beach.
Yes, let's do it.
His first game was March 17th. He went 0 for 3.
Mm-hmm.
Next game he played was March 21st. He went 0 for 1. On March 30th, he played a game at City Island, and the only hit he got was a bunt single. On April 2nd, which this video is going to show, as Jackie goes to the plate, would be his second at bat, would be his second base hit. My dad looks at him and says, "Show him, Jackie." And that was kind of his breakout because he got 2 hits and a walk in that game. April 5th, his next game, he got 2 hits and 2 stolen bases. And from then on, he was the all-star that we know him now.
Wow. That's amazing. So your dad kind of pumped him up, and then he went out there and produced.
I attribute it to the baseball gods. When things happen, you know?
Yeah.
And he caused him to hit because he said, "Show him, Jackie," but it was just a whole spiritual scheme of things. That caused one thing to escalate into another, and Jackie got on board.
Yeah. Very cool. All righty. Let me bring up the clip here. Look at the whoop. So what happened? I just had it up here before. All right, folks. So we are live. This happens when you're live. So we're going to go back to here. If it comes up again. The other night we had to bail on a show because we had such technical difficulties going on with a guest. But I got this one. All right, here we go. Okay. All righty. So let's set the scene here. Let's back it up. The very beginning. So what do we? So here we go. This is City Field back in the day.
That's City Island. That's my dad as Bat Boy at 12 years old.
City Field. I can't believe I said City Field.
He's 92 now.
City Island
with us.
Yeah, I'm also going to take this banner off so we get the full. Let me shut off that banner so we get a better view of it. And so this is actually kind of like the view. We're not too far these days. Like where Bill and I sit, it's only down the third base line a little bit. It's not that far from this spot right here. And so Daytona Beach, for everybody who's looking, is past that right field wall. First there's a river, and then the Halifax River, and then there's the beach beyond that. Right now, where you see out in right field, there's actually a brand new pavilion that has seating. Like it's kind of like an upper deck type thing, and it has seating, and you can get catering in there. And there's a museum for Jackie Robinson that's being built. I don't think the museum's done yet.
No,
and then there is a team store.
Ready.
Another year. And there's a team store right over there in right field as well.
So there's 2 practice fields in that building.
Oh yeah, they have like batting cages, and it's the team where the players rehab. There's an umpire's dressing room, all kinds of stuff out there in right field. So it's not that clear view out towards the beach that it looks like right there. But generally, that stadium looks pretty much the same. They didn't really change it too much. They just needed to upgrade it. When baseball was going through their minor league reorg, we almost lost the team. We saved the city saved the team, along with the fans and the team itself. Of course, they got together and convinced MLB to keep the team, but MLB said you guys got to straighten out a few things, so they did. Okay, so is this your grandfather right there?
That's my dad, the Bat Boy. My grandfather's taking.
I'm sorry, that's your dad. And your grandfather's taking the footage. Okay, all right. So let's go forward here, and that's Jackie right there, right?
That's Jackie right there. Yes.
All right. So let's see. First off, is that I can't look at the baseball bat that your dad's holding. Is that really? I mean, that looks so funky, doesn't it?
Oh, it's a little blurry, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see. We're going forward here. Whoop! And then it turns around. Okay, then it cuts to another. I guess it was edited right there. So let's see what we got here. Oh, there's Jackie on the on deck circle. There's your dad. Mm-hmm. Said something. So you probably told him to go get him right there. You see how your dad turned to him and said something?
He turned to him and said, "Show him."
That was it right there, right?
Yep.
Did you guys catch that? Everybody out there catch that? Let's go back and see that again. That is like so amazing. Like did your dad ever say, "I realized what was going on at that moment," like from a society standpoint?
My dad knew, and he had the mentality that we all have now, that blacks and whites being separated was against the natural occurrence of human beings. So he knew it wasn't right to start with. So he was all for Jackie doing good.
And what's your dad's full name? Give him a shout out.
George Bates.
George. And did George and the rest of the Bates family get any grief for actually being the bat boy for Jackie Robinson? Any family friends turn away, something like that?
No, that was a great day. There wasn't even any problems in the stands. Everybody was happy and was no problems at all.
Yeah, I have mentioned this before. So originally, the very first time Jackie Robinson played at City Island, he was played for Montreal against the Dodgers in an exhibition game. Jacksonville said no, they wouldn't let them play there. One or two other towns said no. I'm not going to name them because I might be wrong, but it's in a blog that I have on my website, chucklongisland.com. And Daytona Beach has always been pretty progressive. They had a female mayor in the early 1900s. A couple of very big civil rights activists. And so they were like, okay, he can play, the Dodgers can play Montreal here. We'll let them. So I'm not surprised that there were no problems and it was a happy day, because it's always been much more progressive than other areas of the country. All right, so we're going to stop it. Were you going to say something?
If it hadn't been for Murray McLeod Bethune and being
you.
friends with the Roosevelts at the time that did all the talking in the civil rights push, Jackie wouldn't have played here.
Right, she was a big advocate. So Mary McLeod Bethune.
She got the city to forget about Jim Crow laws and let Jackie play.
Right. So if you ever heard of BCU, Bethune-Cookman University, Mary McLeod Bethune started that, not as a university, but as a school for her children and like 4 others, and it grew into the university. And so African-American women in the early 1900s starting university was a big deal, even in Daytona, which was kind of progressive. But she had some high-powered friends that helped her along the way, and she had to face down white people who were angry. And she has a statue now in D.C. Every state has 2 people representing them, statues representing them of people who were very prominent in the state. Mary McLeod Bethune-Cookman is one of the 2 statues in the rotunda in the U.S. Senate representing Florida. Very, very powerful. And the school's still going strong. It's great. I covered it a lot for our newspaper down here. It's an awesome school, and their baseball team did very well recently too, beating some big powerhouse teams. So we stop this to actually see him talk to Jackie when he told him to go get him.
Yeah.
So let's see it again. Watch. He turns and looks at him. See that right there? Oh, I love it. That's so cool. That's the best, man. I love that. I wonder who number 8 is. Did you ever look up number 8 right there?
No.
Yeah, I got to get we got to look for the roster. I'm not going to do it now, but you got to look for the roster.
Hard to find. But
what is that?
Training, you don't know. Sometimes they wear different numbers than they were wearing on the team.
That's true. Right. So it might not help anyway. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's awesome. Let's see. Do we get to see him swing here?
Yeah, we get to see him swing.
Oh, there he goes. He did swing. Awesome. I took a big turn, huh?
Yeah, big turn. And barely got back.
I know, right? Well, he was always an aggressive ball player. Look at that turn. Cut the base well. Think he's out there?
No, he was safe.
He was safe?
Yeah.
Anybody going to challenge that call? Smitty, Chris, you going to challenge that call at first base?
No.
Safe to everybody? That's awesome. Look at that. He's like, yeah, I told him to get going.
No.
That's awesome, man. I love that. It's classic. I'm making a clip of this, sending it around to the world wide web. That is great stuff, man. I love it. Bill, thanks for sharing that with us and the memories
like
as well.
This.
Hold on one sec. Let me get this off of here, and we'll blow you up.
Boom.
What do you got there?
That is a postcard I made of that scene.
Ah, look at that.
I got 2,000 of those made, and I hand them out when I go to the Tortuga games.
Oh, do you really? I didn't know that.
When I see certain people, so that they know the history of that place. Especially
that's important, man.
Yeah.
And we know, Daytona, of course, is a huge tourist place. We get like 10 million people in this county every year, and I make sure when we got baseball fans in the stands, it looks like we just lost Smitty. I guess he froze. When we have visitors coming to the baseball games, I always point out why it's called Jackie Robinson Ballpark, because even some of the players don't know that when they come from the other teams. And I know the Tortugas do a good job of kind of filling them in as well.